Samarth Srivastav joining us from the Sri Ram Nagari Ayodhya. Samarth, I believe the Prime Minister's aircraft is likely to land any time now, and it's the Chief Minister who's already taken a look at all the preparations before the Prime Minister's arrival.
Well, exactly, Gaurav. Prime Minister's arrival is within minutes now, and obviously CM Yogi has landed around 30 minutes before in Ayodhya, Ram Nagari, and the route from where the Roadshow Prime Minister of India will be taken out has been completely cleared. The next visual on the TV screens will be that particular route where the Roadshow of PM Modi will end, and you can clearly see. Firstly, this visual where a barricade is put and the people out here, Ayodhya people, are waiting for PM Modi's arrival via roadshow. Also, the road, the way it has been cleaned, it is also in a way quite appealing. That visual right there at the Lata Chowk, the lightning all around, because Prime Minister's roadshow will end right here, and you can clearly see the corps of UP police all assembled right there, in a way disallowing any person who is coming right there, because this area will remain blocked at least till 8:30 before the Prime Minister's roadshow would end for security purposes. And also SPG has also taken up that particular area, and they're also having a chat with the police officials right there. You can clearly sense and see the, in a way, scintillating look of Ayodhya right here. The way it's the lightning all around the Lata Chowk is telling the development of Ayodhya, and the way it was, we can imagine Ayodhya which was during that particular time when Lord Rama was born here. He played, he was a kid, and then he became the Raja, the king of Ayodhya. This government is trying to bring back that momentum right in Ayodhya, be it in the form of lightning, be it in the form of this visual right behind me, the Surya's thumbs. We call the Bhaskar, Bhagwan Bhaskar, which is obviously the god of Lord Sri Ram, and these visuals right here glorifies Ayodhya in a way. And obviously Lok Sabha elections are on, and this roadshow will not just in a way push the BJP's graph in Ayodhya, but also in the overall Awadh area, which also comprises of Gonda, Bahraich, Basti. So this roadshow in Ayodhya is also being seen as a major push for the BJP. As you can clearly see, the fleet vehicles have also started coming right here, because it's a PM event and security arrangements are right here. You can clearly sense I'm present at that spot from where the roadshow will move. So this visual is very important in terms of security, how the entire UP police, the SPG, the RAF Jawans, all placed, and all the vehicles coming right at this area from where the roadshow will in a way the roadshow will complete right here. And Prime Minister, like last time, may also click a selfie right there at the famous selfie point of Ayodhya. That means this Lata Chowk. We saw earlier the PM Modi and CM Yogi clicked a selfie right there. So these visuals are telling a story for Lok Sabha elections as well, as he'll be campaigning for Lallu Singh, the BJP MP from Ayodhya, who is taking on Samajwadi Party's candidate from Faizabad. So it's going to be worth seeing how this campaign goes on in Ayodhya for PM Modi. Back to you.
You know, Samarth, we are looking at these beautiful images of the Veena Chowk behind you, and this is one place where you have Swar Kokila Lata Mangeshkar's bhajans on Sri Ram playing almost round the clock in loop, and that place is so spiritual. It gives you such peace of mind. But right now, is the atmosphere in Ayodhya more religious, or in midst of elections more political? Before I come to that point, let's quickly listen in to Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he described Sri Ram in the Atma of our country. Kan kan mein Maryada Purushottam Sri Ram hai. Listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
ये मंदिर मात्र एक देव मंदिर नहीं है, ये भारत की दृष्टि का, भारत के दर्शन का, भारत के दिग्दर्शन का मंदिर है। ये राम के रूप में राष्ट्र चेतना का मंदिर है। राम भारत की आस्था है, राम भारत का आधार है, राम भारत का विचार है, राम भारत का विधान है, राम भारत की चेतना है, राम भारत का चिंतन है, राम भारत की प्रतिष्ठा है, राम भारत का प्रताप है, राम प्रवाह है, राम प्रभाव है, राम नेति भी है, राम नीति भी है, राम नित्यता भी है, राम निरंतरता भी है, राम विभु है, विशद है, राम व्यापक है, विश्व है, विश्वात्मा है। और इसलिए जब राम की प्रतिष्ठा होती है तो उसका प्रभाव वर्षों या शताब्दियों तक ही नहीं होता, उसका प्रभाव हजारों वर्षों के लिए होता है।
The Prime Minister had also made a very important point when the Prime Minister said, Ramante Yasmi iti Ram. When you think of Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram, when you're engrossed in him, you find Lord Ram everywhere. The question today, right in midst of elections, when the Prime Minister visits Ayodhya Nagari, 104 days after Pran Pratishtha, Professor Badri Narayan, is this more religious or is this more political?
Yeah, actually, it's they're both. Because any visit to a temple of this kind of temple is a religious visit. Because when you go there, you go to pray. But it has its political implication also. As you know that this is in one way when it's a kind of messaging too. Ram, as you know, Ram is everywhere. Ram is very uniting force. And what the way PM just described, which you showed in the last this video of the inauguration time, and so Ram is everywhere, and so Ram in this area the Ram memory has matter a lot, not only in this area, entire country. So in this phase, which is the phase which is in which this Ayodhya, this entire Awadh, Ram memory has a very important role. So through this appearance of the PM here may activate the memory of the Ram among common people. And the Ram means not for the vote, Ram for a kind of you can say the raging consciousness that may politically.
Interesting, you should mention that. Let me take that to Rashid Kidwai for a moment. Is this for is this for votes or is this to revive Lord Ram in the conscience of Bharat that was forgotten for several centuries or suppressed for several centuries? Rashid Kidwai, it's coming out once again. Of course, there are those who say in midst of elections, this is pure politics.
You know, and just adding to that, Gaurav, we know that whatever done with great passion will translate into votes as well. It's inevitable that the BJP would have got a large chunk of votes thanks to the Ram Mandir. And it's not just that celebrations were seen widely in India. We saw it reverberate across the globe. Rashid Kidwai.
Yeah, so Nabila, yes, it has a political messaging, political connotation, but effectiveness, I do not know, because, you know, when everybody is on the same side, then it loses its potency. You look at, you know, in the context of elections, there is this person, Ajay Rai, who is heading Uttar Pradesh Congress. He has also been to, you know, Ayodhya and, you know, around just before the official Pran Pratishtha ceremony, and he's contesting against Prime Minister Modi from Varanasi. So, you know, it is not something that only Mr. Modi would be a beneficiary, though Mr. Modi and the BJP would like to believe that you know, the entire movement and result. You look at the Congress had a very problematic kind of, you know, dealing with this Ram Temple issue in terms of politics. Rajiv Gandhi said we want Ram Rajya, the opening of the law, then the successive Congress welcomed it.
And we saw the damage it did to the Congress party as well, Rashid Kidwai. This, you know, being skeptical about going ahead with the Ram Mandir, not taking a stern stand, neither for the Babri Masjid nor for the Ram Mandir. It was, you know, they were stuck in a position that was left, allowed it to fester for years. And that one could say was an attempt and a ploy to ensure, you know, both sides are kept, you know, in standing at bay, so you can gain politically there. But the BJP at this point with the Ram Mandir had taken a clear stand and they ensured it came into fruition. They have benefited electorally as well, evidently. As much as you may say whether or not Prime Minister Modi is the real beneficiary here, I think the election results time and again ever since 2014, whatever election results, be it Uttar Pradesh or even in 2019, the whopping victory that they came with, was one of the poll planks of the BJP was we will ensure Ram Mandir will come alive by the end of this decade.
So, Nabila, I am not saying out of political correctness, but the fact of the matter is it's a combination. And does the BJP owe its political success, particularly in the context of 2014 till date, to its association with Ram Temple movement? Yes and no. There are a lot of things going. We must not forget when the mosque was demolished and when the 4 governments were dismissed way back in December 1992. Subsequent elections in Uttar Pradesh, in Madhya Pradesh, the governments were dismissed. It was that others who won. Samajwadi Party won, Congress Party won. So you see, the voting pattern in India, Gaurav, is not solely guided by religious considerations.
Okay.
It plays a fact. I'm not negating that. But what I'm saying is, why is Prime Minister going? Again, I'm dissecting it politically, and I think Prime Minister, in one way, is within his rights to be, going there and doing puja and holding a roadshow, etc. Other side is, of course, there is a kind of renewed attempt to, sort of expedite or consolidate, the voters in that direction.
But let me quickly take this to Raghav Avasthi also. In the 30 seconds on this part of the broadcast before we take a quick break. Raghav Avasthi, Rashid Kedwai says even the Congress will benefit out of the Ram Mandir movement because even Ajay Rai went and did darshan. This will not benefit the Prime Minister electorally in Varanasi. Or the BJP across Uttar Pradesh.
Of course, that the pioneers of the Ayodhya Ram Janmabhoomi movement in post-independence were people from the Congress. Mr. D.D. Khanna is somebody that Mr. Kedwai, who is a very keen student of the history of the Congress, would know very well. The problem is with the current leadership of the Congress, they are utterly deracinated. They have advisors from Belgium and I don't know what other places, Sam Petroda and Jean Drèze, who seem to tell them that if you don't go to the inauguration of the Ram Temple, there is a large section of the population that is going to vote for you. Nobody who is acquainted with India, with how Indians think and function, will ever take this sort of nonsensical advice, but they seem to have taken it. So I think this is going to cost them very dearly in the upcoming elections. And we must not forget, I will repeat, that initially the most fierce proponents of the Ram Janmabhoomi movement were not from the BJP. The BJP comes into the existence itself in 1980, April 6th or 7th, 1980, if I remember correctly. But the Ram Janmabhoomi movement is something that was pioneered by the Congress. The Congress seems to have forgotten it, and that's why it is paying the price for it in the elections. If Rahul Gandhi today says that he supports the removal of the Gyanvapi mosque and he supports the removal of the Shahi Idgah Masjid in Mathura, I can guarantee that in 2029 he'll have a very good chance to become Prime Minister. But the problem is with the deracination of the Congress party. This new leadership of the Congress party doesn't understand how India functions and how India works.